What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Omzy here, and I am here with Death Note episode 6, Unraveling. Obviously, if you guys saw the last episode, stuff is starting to take a turn. It looks like L is finally going to unveil himself for the very first time to the FBI and Chief Yagami, and maybe to the entire world. Who knows? But yeah, now the task force is now down to only 5 agents, including Chief Yagami, as of last episode. Nobody wanted to be a part of that. They all said, screw this, I am not about to put my life at risk, and they all dipped. So, to me, I don't blame them. But yeah, as for Light Yagami, he just keeps getting better and better every episode, man. The dude is, he's something. But no, this dude is not to be messed with at all. I love how in every single episode, he just keeps kind of antagonizing the FBI and the task force, and just basically every time they try to get close to him or, like, try to, like, do anything to provoke him, he always comes back with something, and it's always so interesting and so cool on how he does certain things, and just he's a really cool character. But yeah, as where we go from right now, obviously the one takeaway that I said from the last episode, that I think Ray Pember's wife or girlfriend, fiance, whatever they had, she may start investigating his murder and might go on kind of maybe taking his place, maybe to investigate Kira. Maybe she'll join the task force. I know she said, I think, he said that she was a retired agent or a former agent, something along the lines of that. But it looks like maybe she'll get involved somehow in this series. But yeah, overall, cannot wait to get back into Death Note. We are about to get straight into it. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys like my reaction, like, subscribe, comment down below. If you guys want to get notified on when we release those videos, definitely smash that notification bell. But with that being said, let's get right into the episode. They definitely.
This is him.
Wow.
He's nothing like I thought he'd be.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Please turn off all your cell phones, handhelds, and any other communication devices, and leave them on the table right there.
I could definitely say he has an interesting look.
Do you think we're going to be using our cell phones during this meeting to leak information?
It's all right. Just do as he says.
No, I just find them distracting. I can't stand it when people's cell phones are ringing while I'm trying to talk. Let me start by saying nobody takes notes on anything that's said in these meetings. That means when we leave headquarters...
I like how weird he is. His eyes are like... Man. Two sugars. Oh my god. No wonder why.
From now on, I'll have to ask that you stop calling me L. It's Ryuzaki now, just to be safe.
Ryuzaki. Okay.
Okay, Ryuzaki.
Okay.
Kira is childish, and he hates losing.
But how do you...
Just what do you mean?
Well, I'm also childish, and I hate to lose. That's how I know.
They're exactly the same.
He's met each of my challenges head on, and he's never missed an opportunity to return the favor. Now, what do you think would happen if we tried to use media restrictions to hide criminals from someone like that? I guess if you choose to withhold the names of your worst criminals, I'll kill petty criminals or the innocent. I'm holding the whole world hostage, so who's it gonna be?
Kind of, yeah.
I'm not the evil one here, but all those who oppose me by hiding criminals, you are truly evil. For Kira, this will be way beyond what he faced with the FBI. He'll see everyone as a potential threat. Psychologically, he'll start to feel cornered, and that will cause him to take some kind of drastic action.
That's
Kind of.
interesting. So he'll think there are 1,500 when there are really only 7 of us. And since none of these investigators exist, Kira won't be able to kill them. It just might work.
Well, before we celebrate, I'll tell you the rest of my thoughts on the Kira case.
It's not a bad plan, but with Kira, you never know with him, honestly.
Classified information.
You think you know what he's gonna do, but he could just turn into an entire 180.
Hold on, Aizawa.
I got a hold of a file which contained all the names and faces of the FBI investigators in Japan, and I succeeded in killing each one of them. It's practically impossible to guess which agent gave the file to Kira, but I have to make sure that no one ever finds out that I came into contact with Ray Penber.
Which is where his wife's gonna come in.
How come you're not using the Death Note today? You studying for those entrance exams? Those are the least of my worries, plus it's a little late to start now. What you doing? December most active during this period?
During this period, to the best of our knowledge, at least
Wow, they're
20
doing the
individuals
almost the
died of
exact
heart
same
attacks.
thing.
He waited 8 days so the FBI could investigate other suspects, which meant there'd be no timeline linking him to their deaths. I suspect Kira had to be one of the people being investigated by the FBI between the 14th and the 19th of December. In fact, I have no doubt. So, does anyone have any questions?
Actually, Ryuzaki, I do have one question for you. And it pertains to what you said to us earlier about how you hate to lose. Does the fact that you've shown us your face mean that you've lost? By just being here, are you admitting defeat to Kira?
Ooh.
That's right. By showing my face to you now and by sacrificing the lives of 12 FBI agents, I have lost the battle.
But
I'm
you
not
won't
gonna lose
the
the
war. Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever put my life on the line.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's desperate, but
We're all willing to risk our lives if that's what it takes. And that justice will prevail no matter what.
Well, I had my doubts about whether it was really him at first, but there's no mistaking it. This man is L.
Before we go any further, I have to be absolutely sure that none of you are Kira, so I'll need to speak with each of you individually before you leave today.
it's kind of smart.
What's the deal? He still doesn't trust us?
No, I think it's a fair request. Try to see it from his perspective. Kira's
I mean, you just talked with him for like God knows how long, so
there's a good chance that he's one of us.
he could have just freaking talked with you guys separately before you guys even started the meeting, so.
His life to be here.
Things are going well. Just one clue, a single decisive factor is all I need.
Just one oversight. A single piece of evidence is all it would take. It could cost me my life.
Just one thing.
Man, these guys are so equivalent to each other. It's unreal. Oh, there's his wife.
Fortunately for me, both the police and Elle don't know that Kira can kill people by means other than a heart attack. However, if anyone were to discover that fact, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
What? Does it have to be now?
Your father's been pulling overnighters with no change of clothes, so you're going to bring these to him.
But Mom, I totally promised my friends that I'd go out with them today.
Why don't I go? I could use a break.
Thanks, Light.
Oh
I owe you
boy.
one next time.
So I guess this'll give you a chance to spy on the police. I
Yeah.
won't go further than the reception desk.
Oh.
Oh, you're bringing a page. Planning to kill someone? No, but lately I've been bringing a page with me every time I go out, just in case.
That's smart too.
There's no way it was a coincidence. It's it. Kira can kill in other ways. It doesn't have to be a heart attack.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting her to find out that specific.
Please. I need to speak directly with someone from the Special Investigation Task Force. It's urgent.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't help you. As I've told you already, there is no one at Task Force headquarters right now.
There's no one at headquarters? Dad's cell is turned off. What's going on?
Can't you contact them somehow? I have information relating to the Kira investigation.
Oh, he's about to find out.
Investigation.
Maybe.
Hi, I'm Detective Soichiro Yagami's son, Light Yagami. I brought my father a change of clothes, but it doesn't look like he's in. Can I leave them here?
Sure. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, Light.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What, you don't remember? You helped solve the insurance fraud murder investigation sometime last year. But hey, no one remembers the receptionist, do they?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm terrible with faces. I just need to sign my name on this form, right?
I'm terrible with faces.
Be helping us with the Kira investigation too?
Sure. If all goes well, maybe I'll find Kira before Elle does.
Find him before Elle does.
As I thought, there's no one at headquarters. You're going to have to trust me on this, ma'am. I'll be
Damn,
sure
he
to give
might
you
have
a
just
message
gave
as soon as
himself
I see
up.
them, I promise.
Those
That's
l-
not good enough. I have to tell them in person.
Excuse me? My father is actually in charge of the Kira investigation. If you'd like, I could pass your message on to him. You heard about what happened, and you must have figured out that the police had a leak of some kind. And that's why you wanted to tell them in person. You thought this through. Well, am I right?
It's like I know he might know what he's doing, but just like
What he does because I'll
Keep
give you
it
a phone
down
number to talk
wraps,
to.
man. Like, you might, like, she's pretty smart.
Sure that's all right?
Oh, yeah. You understand why I can't just give you my father's cell phone number, but I have no problem letting you use my phone to talk to him. You'll have to trust my father and I, which I hope won't be too difficult for you.
Why is he so happy?
Thank you so much.
She walked right into that one, didn't she?
It's like, trust me, I have full confidence in Light. I do. It's just, I don't know. In this show, I never know what the hell's gonna happen.
So according to you, is Kira some... we've been talking and I just realized I don't even know your name. My name is
Oh,
Light
boy.
Yagami.
My name's Shokomaki. It's written with the characters for Shining. Ko is in child, space, and Ki is in tree.
Miss Maki, right?
I love his laugh.
I've been thinking about Kira's powers, and I believe they enable him to somehow control his victims before they die.
So do I. It's odd that you say that because that's exactly what I've been thinking. Kira's able to control their actions before he kills them, but there's more to it. If my analysis so far is correct, Kira can kill in a number of ways, not just with a heart attack.
I love how he's just getting more info.
So what you're saying is anytime Kira wants one of his murders to go undetected, he wouldn't use a heart attack?
Right. I'm almost positive that someone I know may have met Kira.
Met Kira?
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, but if a person came in saying they'd met Kira, the police would be more than a little skeptical, to say the least. Wouldn't it be better if your friend spoke to them instead?
It probably would, but he's no longer alive. He was one of the 12 FBI agents who came to Japan to investigate Kira.
An FBI agent who met Kira? Could it be?
You see, he was also my fiancé. While he was working, he got caught up in a bus jacking, and I have reason to believe that he met Kira on...
Now he fully knows.
I've come to believe that Kira set up that
Damn,
bus
look at his
jacking.
eyes.
It was planned
I
to
like
make
that
me
detail.
contact with my fiancé in order to obtain information regarding the identities of the other FBI agents so he could get rid of them all. Anyway, what stands out to me is that the hijacker died in an accident. In other words, it suggests that heart attacks aren't the only way Kira can kill people.
Look at his face. He realizes he just made another enemy.
After he calmed down, I asked him for details. He didn't mention any names or anything like that, but he told me one thing.
What did he say?
That he'd been put in a situation where he had to show his FBI ID to someone.
Yeah.
The operation was undertaken secretly without the NPA's knowledge. He wasn't allowed to show his ID. I think whoever saw his ID that day is responsible for the deaths of all the agents.
If what you're telling me is true, then it'll only be a matter of time before the police catch up with Kira. The person your fiancé showed his ID to on the bus that day, it had to be Kira.
That's right.
Oh boy.
That was close. This woman, if she'd spoken to the police before I met her. But it seems there's a god on my side after all. And not just a god of death.
I love the attention to detail. Man, this show, once it ends on another once it ends in every episode and you think like, oh, it's probably maybe in the future they're gonna meet each other. No, it's literally the next episode, because it was literally like, oh, Light had the plan to eventually meet his follower, and in the next episode, not only does he meet him, but he gets his name, and then he eventually kills him. So this show is, the pace is very, very quick, which I honestly like, because like I said, I don't know what arcs are in this show. I think I had one friend told me that there are, I think, around 3 arcs in this show. But yeah, for a 37 episode series, I think it is, this show's going very quick. It is going very, very, very quick. And that's not a bad thing, trust me. But no, I really do like the attention to detail on some of the animation that was in this episode, especially when the camera would just show Light in the distance and in the background with his eyes not brown, which they naturally are, but red. kind of alluding to how the Shinigami eye is a little bit, even though he didn't get the Shinigami eye. So I like that attention to detail from the animators. I like that. But no, honestly, if it wasn't for Light showing up when he did, it could have been very, very bad for him. Very, very bad, because she would have gave the freaking FBI and all the agents all that freaking information, and oh man, it would have been really, really bad. But no, like trust me, for 6 episodes, I have full confidence in Light. I really do. He's already proved to me like how confident he is, how intelligent he is. Like he knows what he's doing. Light didn't know who she was, so that was kind of dangerous. Like that's why I'm like, okay, you're talking a little bit, but don't like she's very like I could assume she's a very, very, very intelligent agent. That she has been like I could assume her background and everything is top notch. But it's just like when you're really trying to keep your identity from other people under wraps, and when you're like I know what he was trying to do, trying to get close to her and trying to like know more information and try to like even what freaking Ryuk said is like, oh, she fell right into it or whatever. Like Light knows what he's doing. But I just have the thing, it's like, don't get a little bit too close, because who knows? That person may figure out eventually down the line, like wild guess in the next episode, she might like freaking add the dots all over the place. Like, wait a minute, he was talking about this and then he mentioned that. Like, oh my God, he may actually be Kira. So it's just like, honestly, there could be a scene like that in the next episode, but honestly, who knows? Overall, this episode was pretty good. Almost looked over L, and how could I look over L? L was definitely like, we got a fully look at him not in the dark, but obviously in the light. I like how weird he looks. I like how he's definitely different from everybody else. And I like that obviously he's probably a character that you could look at, just visually look at, and it's like, there's no way in hell you're L. But then you hear him and then you just see his mannerisms and just how he acts and just everything that he does, even though you like all you've been hearing is his voice. It matches up. It matches up perfectly, and it just makes even more sense even from when Chief Yagami said in this episode, no, this dude is L. This dude is L. So, yeah, I liked his first kind of introduction to the police, so I'm wondering how the kind of how this dynamic with their kind of splitting up in teams or whatever, investigating and all that kind of is going to go, and honestly, I'm wondering where the relationship is going to kind of lie now. So, overall, a lot of exposition in this episode. Cannot wait to see where we go eventually. Thank you guys for watching my reaction. You guys are excited for the rest of Death Note, and you guys like our channel, like, subscribe, comment down below. Now, as always, my name is Omzy, and I am out.